Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to TTFL for Season 3, Round 4, live at Baku. You're joining the box with me, as always, is Steph on the mic, so I'll provide you commentary all the way through the stream. Before we start off with all procedures, we'll go through the driver standings and the constructors from Round 3. So, starting off with round 3, we still got Super Guy at top there with 43 points. Joint with Lambo as well with 43. The GOT is in 3rd place with 38. We've got CSR Hamilton in 4th with 31. We've got Spike in 5th with 30 points. We've got Kieran in 6th with 20. Payo in 7th with 15. Also joint with Weed Nation there. We've got Maze in 9th with 12 points. We've got Frodo there in 10th with 10 points. Also joined with Ollie P and CG there with 10 points. We've got Maximus with 8 points. We've got Technique in 7th with 14th with 7 points. And we got Goddescat there in 15th with 2 points. So that is your current driver standings there. And for the constructors, we've got the Renault there still at the top there with 75 points. McLaren was second with 48 points. Haas is third with 43. Force India not very far behind with just 1 point behind in fourth with 42 points. Red Bull in fifth with 41. Mercedes there in sixth with 22. Ferraris are seventh with 19. The Williams are in eighth with 8 points. You got Sabers in 9th with 2 points, and Toro Rosso in 10th, yet to score the points. So, that is currently the drivers and constructors. So, Baku then. Lots of fun and games on action track street circuit again, so with a little bit difference. Lots of action points going around the track as well. Especially heavy braking into turn 1 when you're coming down the main straight. Very long, lengthy. Crucial to get your cornering through turn 1. And also especially at the start not to get caught up in any collisions. You also turn 2. Again, another talking point of action point. Can go side by side, but it's very nip and tuck and easy to make contact. Just ask Raikkonen and Bottas on that one. They will have it explained to you. We have like the castle section. We have like narrow entry there, single file through. Get the line wrong, and you're into the walls, and that's your race done. And then going all the way around to start finishing straight, the long lengthy straight. Very easy to get a tow from the car in front, and especially with DRS, you'll be literally hitting top speed all the way down the straight. So you hit the braking zone for turn 1. So depending on what the weather pans out and plays out, we'll probably see some actions, possibility safety car. Hopefully not a virtual, but a full safety car. That'd be great to see. Also, we got a new driver, which I just get highlighted here on there. We got Biton that he's just joined, and I believe he is a reserve, as far as I'm aware. Just let me get up a little bit info, just to make sure. Let's go right down. See if there's any updates. No, I believe he is a reserve. So built on that, there, making his debut. Here tonight with TTFL. It would be great to see what you can do out on track. Nope, he is also, sorry, my mistake, he's a core driver and he's driving for McLaren, so it's his first debut race on the round 4. So, see how his debut goes on, we'll keep an eye on his performance. Frodo there, made his debut in China, got a good result there as well. See if he can carry on that form into Baku. Still waiting on TTG's CG there, reigning world champion of season 2. not having a great start. Hopefully this will now turn to tables and resurge his dominance and have a battle with Spike. So quite a few names in there are having good scraps and battles here so far. Although there won't be no CSR Hamilton tonight. Obviously no Kieran either, so unfortunate they cannot join us tonight around Baku. So it could be a chance of anyone of the front runners and also everyone else around the field getting some points and helping their constructors. Looking at the turnout, we've got so far 15 races and obviously running late, 1 minute behind schedule. Should be done by 8 o'clock, but obviously waiting on one more driver. Come on, tut, hurry up. But yeah, just literally see what happens around Baku. Put down in the comments predictions of quality for top 3, or you'll get pole in the top 3 for a race or race winner in particular, and also your driver of the day. Also, what I said last week regarding the TTGaming Esports Open Cup final. TTFL were featured in that race, unfortunately finishing 4th. Tough League finishing 3rd with 54 points, and TTL and CSR joint 1st with 68 points. So it was very good, interesting racing scrap, especially for TTL and CSR. Literally came to a draw at the last race. So both chef the honours on that, and also TTFL done pretty well with obviously getting 26 points, and still didn't give up and getting as much points in as possible. So fair plays to everyone, and congrats to everyone who took part in that. It was a great, interesting race, and commentary was all included, provided with Kieran as well. So congrats to him on the comms there, giving out great service as always. Now, I do not know what's going on here. Supposed to be literally go on the way with qualifying. Now, time is ticking, and apparently I've been told that waiting on a driver to come back. So fingers crossed, it should be getting underway within the next couple of minutes. But still, Baku has had some great dramas as well, especially this year in 2018. And the two Red Bulls got tangled up with each other. Bottas leading the race after the last safety car went back in the pits and got a puncture, which was in deemed for he was going for the win, and it got hope sent away. Baku is definitely known for Mercedes dominance, so Mercedes have been dominated around this track, so I expect the Mercedes had been on an advantage on the home turf here. Well, not home turf, but dominating Baku. But again, time will tell and see what happens. Just literally just waiting now for everyone to ready up. It was given to about 8:05, which it is now. Hoping that everyone readies up and gets going. Generally not this late, but I think everyone's just ready on up now, so it will be good. We've got 16 drivers tonight, so it is going to be a bit of a chaotic one all across the field. So expect there'll be all actions. If you guys wish to make any donations for like spare heart and spare lung parts, send them my way. I'm probably going to end up needing it if it's going to be chaotic. If it's going to be like chaotic, it was like in Bahrain. And also China, especially if China was the last race we went to and it was a wet race. Then I am going to definitely going to need these parts. Don't have to, of course, but parts would be better. Oh, no, we're going down to 14 drivers now. What's going on? Oh, here we go. So, finally got the countdown timer, and we're finally getting there. So, we're qualifying now, heading underway. We'll see what will happen and see who gets pole. And see who's the bravest towards the wall. Take the risk, get the glory. Risk it too much, you lose your car. Basically the words of Monaco and Singapore there. Any street circuit based like this where the walls are very close. No room for error. It's all about getting the right time, the right place, and getting the perfect lap. Now just wait for the game to load whilst I happily spam exit, and I should be into the qualifying section now. So 18 minutes of fun and games and the battle of the Braves around Baku. Now everyone's just literally putting the strategy on and put the car setups on. See who will venture out on the track first. Insert a good lap time. At the moment, looking at the tyre selection, everyone is opting for a set of ultras. Now I'm sure there'll be like at least a couple of people out there that will go alternative strategy here. Just go wait and see. And I can hear an engine roaring up. And it's the McLaren. Now the question is, which of the McLaren boys is it? And it is built on Matt. First driver out on track, making his first debut as well. So, although he has got the Renaults of Poe behind him, so there's quite a few drivers up there now, and one has opted, and I believe that's George Roberts, has opted to go on a set of super softs as far as we know, so he's going for the alternate strategy. We've got Freda out there on track at the moment, along with Poe and Lambo, very close in the line and stand with each other, so I don't know who's offering a tow to each other. We've also got TTGaming got out there, Maximus out there as well, quite a few are out there. Ooh, Maximus, they're getting very close to the wall there. You don't want to be getting too close to that one, especially in the castle section. So just go switch on to the LTV pod. Oh, here we go, the annoying engine glitch. This is going to bug me now when we're going to do the old full lap tour of the circuit with him. But I'm sure I can block it out whilst I go through the corners with you. So, built on Matt there. Literally, I'm just going to call him Matt, it's easier than saying his full name. DRS is open, heading now towards the line. And away we go around the lap of Baku, heading down to 10-1, break out the 100-metre board, get the car done right, gets close to the apex and a good exit there, heading down towards 10-2. Right, we'll get this corner right to get on the straight here, which he does, and DRS is open now. A little bit of time here to get to turn 3. Find the braking point, around the 100-meter board. Brakes nicely there, and goes in turn 3. How was it like? Sticks like glue. Now heading turn 4, keep on left hand side to get the optimal line into turn 4, hitting the apex, which he does nicely. Great exit. Now to turn 5, make sure you get line right by hitting on the right hand side, and then go round, and then into 6, comes very suddenly. Again, gets through there nicely. And now head down turn 7, it's vital to get this corner right as you go into the complex section of the castle. Again, lovely stuff. Now heading through 8, 9, 10 and 11 of the castle section. So here we go to turn 8 and into the kink of 9, and now into the kink of 10, and now into 11 coming out of the castle section. Again, handles it through nicely. Now going to the curve of turn 12. Nicely done. Now into 13. And now we're breaking into 14 here. Thought to get that done right, not too much curve. So the back end one did want to go up, but handled it fine. Now going to turn 15. Now for the nice fast sweeping section, 16, 17, 18 instead of 16 there. And through 17, 18, so I to get your line straight through here. Too much, you hit the wall on the edge there. And I'm going around a little kink here. Now there's a long, massive straight. Heading to the line, keep the car as straight as possible, don't move it all of a sudden. And what's the lap time set here for Matt? 138.8 here. So Matt is on top of 138.8, and we do have Player and Lambo all out there at the moment. Lambo will be the first over the line of the two. The 38.3 for Lambo there, and a 33. Well, so I'm just literally just waiting for a little obstruction of the messages there. Player did a 139.4, which was at P3 at the point at the time. Got there in P3 138.6. And CG there takes P1 there with a 138 dead. It's a nice little lap time there for CG there, putting his sergeants in. Fredo with a 139.3. Good lap there from the Ferrari driver. Technique Gaming though with the 139.7, so must have a scruffy lap somewhere. Not ideal, but hopefully it doesn't cause too much issue. C3 there, going up into P4 with a 138.7. Good job there for the Toro Rosso driver. Maximus there, currently out there on the lap there for Williams. The only sole Williams driver for today, unfortunately. Teammate Jade is unfortunately did not turn up or unable to make it. So he's now currently flying the flag for Williams today, hoping to get a good result. Anything can happen in Baku. Any driver can have a mistake and it'll be costing them on the wall. There's a little bit of traffic out ahead there for Maximus, hopefully not too far ahead. Just cover around the corners, hopefully gets out the way as soon as he comes through. There's a Renault there, so hopefully Renault will keep out the way. Maximus there getting a cheeky little toe out of it for extra speed there. Coming up towards the line, what the time is here for Maximus? And it's a P8 with a 139.7 there, so hopefully you'll improve on that lap time, come back in the pits, but need another set of tyres on. And we've got Spike coming around to set lap time. Start a flying lap, but on the soft tyres. So Spike's playing the very long ball here, going the alternative strategy, but starting on the hardest tyre going. Now this will be interesting, see what Spike's lap time is. If it's a good lap time and it puts himself in the top 5 for that, and it remains in top 5, it can prove a very interesting race lineup. Although Spike did lock up into turn 2, hopefully that did not affect him, or it could be just a case that he's breaking everything the game's picked and that was a lock up, even though it's not. But Spike here pushing very hard here on the set of softs, going full out aggressive. Back end did want it to come out just a little bit, but keeps it in check. He does like his car a bit oversteery, lively. Makes him feel a bit more edgy on the edge and pushing it, so see what the season 1 world champion can do. Touch on the wall there, gets away with it. Come through the castle section, ooh, very close there to the wall. He's definitely pushing the boundaries there on the set of softs. Might be the longest tyre, but definitely durable. McLaren there, handling quite nicely there, going through the XLD class section. Again, back end just wants to come out there, a little bit too much curb, but gets away with it just about. Heading up towards it. Ooh, and Spike goes wide. That might cost them a little bit of a tenth or two. Now Spike's heavily pushing. You'll definitely be putting it into overtake mode in max fuel mixture. Heading onto the line. What can it do for Spike? What's his lap time going to be on the set of softs? And it's a set P6 with a 1:39.2. That is not a bad lap time on a set of softs. Only 1.2 seconds slower than CG's on the Ultra Self, but might prove a little might prove difference in a race if he can get a good start. George Roberts there on the P11 there on 143.2 on the set of Super Softs. Sure, he will go again, go for quicker lap times. Now there is a yellow flag in sector 2. Now where is that in regards to anybody else? I'm trying to figure out who is on yellow flags. Now we've got yellow flags in sector 1. Now the question is, it might be just a case of people just getting out of the way. Now we've got another yellow flag in sector 2. So as we've got currently, for any more changes, we've got CG there and P1 there with a 138.0. Lambo not far behind him, 3 tenths down with 138.3. Got in third with a 138.6. C3 fourth with a 138.7. Matt is fifth with a 138.813. Spike in sixth with a 139.2. Fredo seventh with a 139.3. Payo in eighth with a 139.4. Maximus ninth with a 139.7. Technique in 10th with 139.7 and George Roberts 11th with 143.2. So about that, I had to mute my mic for a second as I felt like there's a cough coming along. So that's your top 11 there so far at the moment. And still got 3 drivers here yet to set a lap time, which are Maze, Plaster and Ollie. Although I'm presuming Ollie's just about to set a lap time or going on to a lap time. Find out a minute as he comes over the line. Is there going to be a lap time here for Ollie? Nope, he's just going to start a lap time on a set of softs as well. So Ollie P is going for the same strategy as Spike's going to go. Now is it just a 1-1 or it could be just another run afterwards, maybe on a softer compound. Poe there going with the fastest there with a 137.7 there. Siege responds with a 137.3, so it's a trade in lap times between the Renault and the Mercedes. Definitely going to be spicing up from the next last blitz in, I presume, in the next few minutes. Fredo though, Fredo is up in P3 with a 138.1. Great improvement there for the Ferrari driver. Meanwhile, switch back onto Ollie P here. Come through. Nice little exit there, going through there. Not much curb on the inside, but makes up on the exit. Ooh, heavy locking up there, but gets away with it. Ollie P now into the sector 3 area. Fast left, fast last right there. Again, Red Bull nice and stable. Now he's keeping to the right hand side. Try and make a straight line out of it. But see where it goes for Ollie. And it's a P12 with a 143.6. Now, did Ollie make a mistake somewhere out on the track? Or did not get the ultimate line, or just get the field of the track? But I'm sure Ollie will be out again very soon. Let's go for a faster lap time here. Meanwhile, we've got a yellow flag in sector 2. At the moment, we've got Gort out here, a little bit up the road from his teammate, so presuming what lap time the Gort will do. Heading towards the line, and the Gort's decided to go into the pits here. And technique as well, so the full senior drivers are definitely coming into the pits here. Meanwhile, Maximus is out there on a lap on another set of Ultra Softs. Going through the castle section again, risking it all the way around that area to get the shortest line through. As long as you do it right, you get rewarded at the end with a good lap time. Get it wrong, say hello to the walls. Maximus giving it everything now, coming through sector 3. And just got to be careful not to hit those walls, especially one on the exit here. Now he's keeping the car straight, keeping this down to the left, going for the shorter line. And he's currently following the racing line, which veers off to the right. And there's a P9 there for Maximus, so he goes up a place with a 139.2. Now with 3.5 minutes to go, and with a lap time roughly in the 1:37s at the moment, everyone will be starting venturing out onto the track, either to get 1 or 2 runs, although they don't want to be leaving it too late because you'll be pushing the boundaries with the time limit of the track. Blaster and Maze haven't set a lap time yet, but I have been told that Maze got kicked out of the lobby and come back in, but wouldn't let him carry on doing qualifying, so game being very harsh on him, not letting him qualify, which is very unfortunate. But still, at least he gets a free chance to charge and a lot in hand. So we got at the moment the top 4 there going out on a out lap, I should say the top 6 now. So keep an eye out on the top 6 in that standings at the moment to see who will get pole out of the envelope. If you guys making your predictions now, I'll probably say get it done ASAP. You will get pole because you got 2 minutes left to find out. All Bills and Matt there. There's a did she come on board? He was back in, was a bit happy. Don't know if he made contact with the wall. Hopefully not got any car damage. Although he has got a bit of traffic in front of him though. Although he definitely getting a tow. It's one of the Renaults in front. So if he is sitting in a hot lap, he is getting the perfect advantage here to get a tow off the Renaults. And Matt there getting the tow of one of the Renault, has put himself up into P6 on his debut. Though I'm sure there'll be quicker drivers behind, drivers behind that challenge that. Spike currently up there with a set of super softs instead. See what it goes for the McLaren driver. Goes off, set us up that now, and also Ollie Pete is up there as well on a set of super softs as well, so keep an eye on them too. But generally everyone else though is up there with ultras. So where's CG? So CG's currently out there on the lap at the moment. Oh, we've got George Roberts who's retired. I'm presuming is probably the best he can do, or crashed it into the wall. Unfortunately I can't go down and score and have a look to see what happened to him, unfortunately. But he'll be starting outside the top 10 for sure, but with a 3 tyres of tyres, so compensates a little. Now CG coming around across sector 3 now, so be interesting to see what he can do. He's definitely pushing on this lap alone to try eke out more time as possible out of his car. Keep him to the left hand side, the very shortest route on the straight. Well, now where's it going to be for CG? It's a 1:37.1, so his time has improved. Next car to come over is Poe, and he's going to get the lap here. No, this lap will do, and it's a P1 there for Poe with 1:37.0 at the moment. Although CG can go around again, as he got over the line before the red flag and red lights came on, and they got there going P3 at the moment, 1:37.5. C3 moves up into P4 with 1:37.8 as it stands at the moment. Keep an eye on Fredo there. Spoke come over the line in P8, the 1:38.3. Won't be totally pleased with that, but I'm sure he'll make up for it in the race. Fredo definitely pushing his car to his limits there, getting close to the wall. Matt on his debut getting a P6 as it stands so far, although he's still got to keep an eye on that with Lambo as well. Oh, and Fredo decides to abort the lap, so Fredo thinks the P spy is only good for him. Lambo now though, heading towards the line. Where's this going to be for Lambo? Keeping to the far left, taking the shortest lines possible. It's a P3 there for Lambo. Though, keep an eye on TTGaming. Where is he? He's coming around the last bit of sector 3. Not been the best qualifying for him, but if you can get this lap in now, he nails it. I'm sure he'll go up a few places. Keep him to the left hand side again, the shortest line to the line. TTGaming now can only do P9. So where is Siege? Is Siege out on a lap? We've got all hopes now on Siege. Let's see where he goes. Does he peel it off to the pits? Or try goes quicker? See where let's go for Siege. Oh, I don't use the ball to the lap. So Poe takes pole position underneath the nose of CG. So it's a Renault, Mercedes, Renault. Now this will be interesting. So TGG Pro is on pole, along with CG starting off alongside him in P2, and then Lambo in P3. If you guys guessed that as your prediction, congratulations. Now the question is to see what happens in the race. So Poe there on pole with 1:37.0, CG second with 1:37.1, Lambo third with 1:37.3, Scott fourth with 1:37.5, C3 fifth with 1:37.8, Fredo sixth with a 1:38.1, Matt's making his debut in 7th, Spike in 8th, Technique in 9th, Ollie P in 10th, Maximus is in 11th, Plaster 12th, George 12 is 13th, and Maze will be starting in P14 with no lap time due to game fault of a glitch. So that is all your 14 runners there. Now again, I just skip it so I don't get done for copyright, which I didn't, so happy days. So just wait now for the drivers to make their strategy call. Getting it all lined up for the race. Let's see if you guys can get your predictions right for the top 3 to finish on the podium. And also your race winner, and also your driver of the day. Don't forget that as well. Just waiting out for a few drivers now just to get everything all sorted, getting their strategy call sorted and tyre selections outside the top 10. And also wait for them to connect up as well, of course. Okie dokie. So going round on the formation lap now. So Poe takes pole from CG. CG will not like that at all, showing how good pace, and Poe's responded. We can see a fight at the front here, and he also has Lambo there for company as well for P3. So Poe has got a gun along. Lambo gets a good start and covers off CG, although CG will probably end up covering off Lambo, so they'll both be covering off each other. Got them P4. good qualifying there for the Force India driver. C3 having a good qualifying up in P5 there for Toro Rosso. You'll be mightily thrilled with that. Hoping to get some good results out of there for Toro Rosso. Fredo then, one of the newest drivers, joined in the Chinese Grand Prix last week. Again with us as well for Baku. Great solid performance for him so far. Definitely on form. Getting P6 there for Ferrari. He'll be mighty relieved of that. Built on Matt, I'll just call him Matt for short, make my life a little easier. He's in P7 on his debut. Mighty good result there for him. Now he's got to get a good result and hope he retains P7. Spike in P8, obviously qualified from formation. Technique, not the greatest qualifying for him, nor the likes of Ollie P as well. Let's both start in 9th and 10th respectfully. Maximus is in P11. Not great qualifying for him, but I'm sure he'll make up for it. And Mays he'll be hoping for a good result to recover from today. So everyone in the top 10 qualified on what they qualified on, except for Spike. Spike qualified on set Super Soft, so everyone else in top 10 is on Ultras. Everyone outside the top 10, I should say also Ollie P as well. Also everyone outside the top 10, likes of Maximus, Plaster, George, set on the Super Soft, was Mays is opting to go to the soft tyres to go even longer. So keep an eye out on Mays and also keep an eye on everyone at the back. Now we're just literally waiting for everyone there to get themselves ready up for lights and out. So just rating up now, so doing everything up on the spectate. Waiting for the lights now, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what's the start's going to be like? And it's lights out and away we go. Fredo they get the drive-through penalty for jump starting. That's very unfortunate for him. And Poe gets off to a good start here, goes round into turn 1. C2 there goes for in P2, and that's C3 they're going off wide in the background there, trying to overtake the Gort. But that top 3 main as they are, and also top 5. C3 they're getting well out shaped there. What's going on at the back here? We've got battle here. Fredo overtaking or defending from TTGaming, although Fredo has got drive through. Oh, and there's a Spike there trying to get through, making go 3 wide, a little bit of contact. Oh, and there's a Red Bull, and that's Maximus there retired as well. So Mays and Bills and Max there collided and caught up in a scrap, and also Mays as well. So that ain't going to be looking good. So we're now down to 11 runners. The question is though, is it going to be a safety car, or is it just going to carry on for the time being? Although with 3 cars out on a track like this, possibly you have a safety car, but game opted otherwise. So top 5 there so far, keeping in gap with each other. Oh, and Fredo has retired as well. What's happened with Fredo? Oh, Fredo's out. Oh, and we got a safety car. A safety car has finally understood me and has been deployed. So now this will be, obviously won't change much in the case of strategy. This will help out everyone starting on Ultras, just to eke out the tyres a little bit more. So now with the safety car out, is anyone going to opt to change the tyre choice to go a little bit more further in the race? Poe's happy to stay out at the moment. Oh, and we have got a couple of cars there at the background there, going to take an advantage. We've got C3 coming into the pits. And also George as well. I'm presuming front wing changes. But either way, they'll be ideally happy to get set ultras off them and go for it. C3 goes out on a set of super softs, and George had to double stack unfortunately, so Red Bulls had to double stack. So the first ever safety car, and it had to be deployed on round 4. 4 car retirements. Fredo unfortunately retired. Bilton Matt making his debut. and got caught up in the array of accident. Maximus as well, and also Maze, all getting caught up on that one incident spread around the track. Now with the safety car out, obviously no one cannot overtake, must remain behind the safety car at all times, and obviously they won't have to worry about Delta because the safety car will take care of that itself. So this will now play into the minds of the drivers of how far can the Ultrasofts go after the safety car. Although with a couple of laps underneath it, you get extra couple of laps back as a reassurance, and hopefully it will help them out on the case on the one stops. Everyone out on super softs, it will benefit them more as well, but it will take a little while to heat up after the safety car. But we'll gain more advantage later on. So C3 and George both at the back, although they both be on a brand new fresh set of super softs, so they will have a bit of advantage with some of the cars in front of them. So keep an eye out on them two particularly, see what will happen. Right at the moment, safety car is still out. Presuming maybe go in the end of this lap, or maybe in the lap after. We cannot tell with the safety car, but I presume it will maybe be in the end of this lap, and we'll go underneath green flag racing again. I know, it's a shame that Matt there getting DNF, looking promising on his debut. I'm sure he won't be particularly happy with what happened. And probably expect student inquiry there to inquire into the accident and what's going on. Over there trying to tell the safety car to pick up the pace a bit more. Safety car having none of it, is a tank, so just gotta keep patient, Poe. Just keep working all those 4 tyres. Now, I'm sure they will be thinking of the restart, but it all gets dictated by the leader, so Poe will dictate the pace when the safety car decides to take its lights off. But everyone has to be very careful and mindful of the gaps around them and not to be overtaken until the first safety car line, which is the DRS activation point, is where you can actually overtake on around Baku, not at the pit entry slip road line. Everyone there working very hard there to get all the 4 wheels working, and obviously the tyres warming up, and also your brakes as well, because it's very vital. Now the question is the safety car lights going to be switched off? Yes, it is. So safety car is coming in at the end of this lap. Now Poe is now a defective safety car, predicting the pace of all everyone behind him. So everyone's again got to remain in position until the activation point of the DRS on the main straight. Now it's up to Poe to dictate to when to go, and obviously he's backing him up quite nicely, but don't back him up too much because he can cause a chain reaction if you decided to brake, which I hope not. CG then just looking around, getting ready. Force Indians in the back of Gort and Technique as well. Oh, and that's Lambo. Lambo decides to go into the wall. Oh, that is unfortunate there for Lambo. But anyway, Poe is now literally on the way, and we're back into green flag conditions, so all free to overtake, but Lambo making a silly mistake behind the safety car restart and goes into the pits. Now he will not be happy with that. I would say it's a bit comical, but not ideally what you want to do. I'm sure he will not live that one down. But going on the set of superstars now for Lambo. And also front wing change. In the meantime, there we've got C3 and Plaster there. C3 making the move down Plaster. So good job there for C3. Now making his way up the field. Meanwhile, I'm going to switch to Barrow front here. C3 still hanging on there with Poe here. Like Poe's got a lot of work to do now. He ain't got his teammate round for company. C3 on the other hand, he's making a good work of this restart here. Now on the back of Ollie P. 1 lap younger tyres though, so won't make too much of a difference, but he is very quickly closing up the gap here on Ollie P. Ollie P goes a little bit wide and get a bit close to the wall. And this is a battle here for P6. Now as Crucial getting his exit right and through the fast left and right corners there. It's going to make straight. C3 definitely got the pace on him and better straight line speed. And we've got Spite and Technique here as well, having a battle as well, so we've got to keep an eye on what's going on. Pace in on 142.9 is the fastest lap time. C3 and Ollie, and Spike going down the inside of Technique here. Is he got the move stick? Looks like he doesn't. C3 going the inside of Ollie. Spike gets the move done there on Technique, and so C3 gets the move done on Ollie. So Spike and C3 on definitely on the charge. Not exactly the best camera angles I'm getting here so far today, game. Come on, wakey wakey. So C3 now on the back of the charge here of Technique here, and he's going for the move. C3 is going for the move down into turn 5. Technique there just covers off, and now not exactly ideal overtaking spot. Although C3 they're getting a lovely exit here. Now is he going to make the move down the inside here? No, is he just got to hang on back behind now? Obviously castle section coming up, you don't want to be getting tangled up. Technique there getting near close to the wall here. C3 taking the widest line as possible. And this is about it for P5. C3 definitely harassing Technique for that 5th place spot, though on a little set of super softs, so you can go a little bit more further than Technique. Although the ultras will probably start to give away a little bit now, and C3 is proving that by getting much closer here to Technique. Ooh, and there's C3 here there, hit the wall. Has he got any damage? Because that looked like quite a bit of thud. And CG there with a 142.3 of the fastest lap time. Now just hoping that C3 has not damaged his wing out of that. But it looks a bit, when he goes locked up, it's all very close down to the back of Technique there. C3 getting a little bit hasty, getting a little bit hot-headed. You don't want to be getting too hot-headed in this environment, especially around Baku. Got to keep your head cool. Lambo saying the fastest lap time on 140.9, although he is in clear air, so Technique goes a little bit wide there. C3 just losing the back end a little. Dirty air effect, getting in control again. So Ollie P is starting to catch this pair up now, so Ollie P is starting to gain a little bit more performance. Again, going through the old dreaded castle section. Not the place to make the mistake. C3 looks very confident confident around the castle section. Unlike the likes of Technique, they're just taking a little bit of a cautious. Meanwhile, just turning attentions here to Spite and Gort here, as the Gort has slowly catched up to the back of CG here. And also Spike's just not far out the road as well in P4, getting a good start here. And CG's look like he's hit the wall and they're going defensive on the Gort here. Gort's got the move done. He's got the move done even before any DRS, so... Oh, and the Gort and CG are both in the pits, so now this is about the pit crews here. Force India versus Mercedes. Now, here we get up first, obviously CG gets there first as the Mercedes are on the first point entrance here. Now is the Gort going to get out in front of CG? Just about. So Got here, gets in front out of CG here, so both on the set of soft tyres going towards the end. Sorry, apologies for the cough. So, both rejoining 8th and 9th, and crucially, a little bit more up the road there from Lambo as well. So, question is now, is Poe going to be able to respond? He is getting caught by Spike here on a different set of compounds, so. And whilst that was all going on, C3 did get past TTGaming there into P3. Only 3.7 seconds up the road from Spike, so safety car might just made a little bit of difference here. And whilst we switch back, we've got. Oh, and George is there. George has gone slow. Now, what's happened to George? Has George got wing damage? Or made a mistake there? Yes, he has. He's got wing damage on the left-hand side. Now it's not big good there for George. He just got now hang in there, and you still get your points. Got in CG though. Oh, and George has retired. Oh no, poor George. Oh, and Poe. Poe has retired. Oh, Poe's lost it in sector 3, and he was leading it as well. Oh, that is unfortunate for Poe. Not a good day for the Renault so far. Sure, Lambo can improve. That will promote Spike up into P1 and C3 into P2. Ollie into P3. Technique comes into the pits. Oh, and C3's retired. What is going on? Oh, C3's lost it on the exit of 10-1. They're all starting to drop like flies. We're only down to 7 drivers. 7 drivers. This is not coming as more of a race. This is coming more survival Baku. Totally, they're just getting out just ahead of Lambo. Crucial. Knowing that Lambo will have to stop again. Although Lambo is now going down side by side. Is he getting the move done for P6? Yes, he does. Lambo there gets up into P6. CG there on the back of the Gort. Since before the pit stops, they've been very closely glued together. Ooh, CG there getting very close to the back of the Gort there. But managed to control his car in time. And at the moment, this is the only battle on the track here. Ooh, there's a Gort there, goes a little bit wide and back end happy, but gets away with it for now. Don't want to make too many mistakes of that. Now, if CG keeps close in this distance, he'll have DRS on the Gort here, as long as he doesn't lose no more than a second. Gort trying to break away as much as possible to prevent the tow. Gort's getting very close here to detection point, and looks like I think Gort's just done enough in the way of breaking away as much as possible. So at the moment then, as of lap 9, got Spike here in P1, Ollie P in P2, Plaster there with a good job for him so far. He's in P3 for Ferrari, maintains that. You never know, might see Plaster on the podium. Got in P4, followed by CG behind him in P5, and also Lambo in P6 and TTGaming in P7. Now we have about 7 cars retired so far. We've got C3, Poe, George, Fredo, Matt, Maximus and Maze all are their current retirements. C3 just reignited the battle again between him and the Gort. Presuming maybe Gort made a mistake somewhere, but enough to bring CG back into play. Getting at the moment the closest battle on track so far, so they're both on the same compound tyres, both the same set of tyre life. The question is how effective can they both use it. We've got making going a little bit wider on the exit there than CG. So CG would be eking in more close to him, and he's definitely getting the toe and DRS. He might even get a move done without DRS. No, DRS is active, and now CG will now just sling past Got here. Got not making it defensive, not very highly defensive, although CG getting a threat from Got there, but CG gets the move done for P4, although the Got will now have DRS on CG. But the question is, can he get near enough in order to make the move down into turn 3? Not in a moment in time, so CG there just hangs on there into P4. So the more these two keep squabbling, the more it will bring Lambo into play. So Gort and CG have more advantage on Lambo, as Lambo possibly has to make an extra stop due to driver error on the safety car restart. Well, I was expecting some like actions and racing, and not so much retirements, but I think the game's decided to give me more retirements. But we are definitely getting action out there though. And CG there just literally now pulling the gap on the Gort here. Gort still hanging in there though, still pushing. Getting very close to coming out of DRS detection point though, so he's got to be very careful to keep the car within second of the car in front. I believe CG just done enough there just to break the gap. Yes, for now, so CG there breaking the gap, and Plaster now starting to come into the clutches of the claws of CG behind him, so just got to be very, very mindful. Got starting to come close into CG as well, and also Lambo as well in the background is definitely closing up into all three cars there. So this is going to be a battle here for P3. Blaster now will be not having one car to worry about. He's got 3 under threat, as long as he keeps his nerve. Although he does have to make a stop. Maybe start outside. Oh, a little bit of contact on the wall there. Hopefully not cause any damage to him, but gets away with it. Plaster now feeling the pressure. He's got CG coming up behind him. CG getting a good corner in exit there as well. CG just hangs on back for a minute, going around these two kinks here. Oh, Plaster is definitely feeling the pressure now. He's now got all 3 cars, a line astern behind him. Not what he wanted, but I'm sure they will be waiting for DRS here. Now they can get a good line through the fast left right kinks. Looks like CG is going to probably get moved done maybe under without DRS. He wants to be careful because he will become the threat here. He gets away, so CG goes through on Plaster, and Plaster's coming into the pits anyway. So all 3 of them will move up place there. So CG then goes up into P3. Oh, and that's that Spike coming out of the pits. It is. Spike just gets out of the pits just ahead of CG. Now that was crucial there for Spike, because this is now effective net 1 over precision here. So Spike just gets out ahead of CG. That was vital and well played, fighted off there. Lambo is also just coming out of the pits as well, so Lambo is out on P7, Plaster out on P6 on set of softs, so mind you, now going back onto the battle here, was keeping everyone updated. So Spike, P2, effectively net P1 as Ollie has to pit, and he's got CG and Got here for company. Though Spike will have fresher tyres by 5 laps and better work to the cars behind them, as them two have been squabbling. So at the moment, this is your P1, P2, P3, Spike, CG and Got in that order so far. Now, the question is Ollie P going to be coming to the pits? I'm pretty sure you will have to on this lap. Nope, Ollie P's going out for another lap. He might become vulnerable from the cars behind later. Although he might be on the fresher set softs when it comes to it, but he's definitely pushing the limits on his tyres. Spike and CG then. Battle of the Titans between the two. Spike gets locked up here. Just gets away without hitting the wall. Season 1 versus Season 2 World Champions. Spike for now again holds his ground, although locking up a little bit here and there, but I'm pretty sure that's just the game doing it, as he always tells me that. He's not him, that's not him locking up, it's just a case the game is showing that it looks like he's locking up and he's controlling it. But he does brake quite heavy though. CG now has to use all his tricks in his box to find a way past Spike here. Both world champions, so they both know what's at stake, and also they both know the prizes at stake, and also along with the risks with it. But for now, they're just currently holding station between the two. Got in the background there, just slipping away a little bit, maybe just to keep out the dirty air and let them two battle out. Wreck their tire lives. CG then just going to get the DRS here on Spike. Might be a little bit far behind, but I'm sure he'll get the tow. Sending everything up into full. Ollie P meanwhile is in the pits. And it's a set of soft tyres there for the Red Bull driver, so everyone's out on a set of softs. Ollie P will be comfortably ahead out of front of Plaster. Whilst Lambo praying down the move there, and he's got the fastest lap time as well, 140.3. Although now just gearing on the back of Plaster here. Although Lambo did not get DRS on Plaster as he was a little bit too far behind. Not been the greatest of race here for Lambo, but he's just hanging in there now just to get the points out of it. Especially now, if you finish the race, you get your points if you're inside the top 10. But if you unfortunately crash out of the top, but within the top 10, and then you crash out, you do not get honoured your points. So C3, Poe and George might be shown in grey that they're in 8th, 9th and 10th. They unfortunately will not get the points due to the fact that they did not finish the race. So currently as it stands, everyone's in the points. It's just a case now how long can they survive out in Baku. Whilst Lambo there gets a little bit very backhand happy there. Not what he wanted. Getting more closer into Plaster's dirty air. But both on the same set of tyre life though, so now Plaster's going to be under threat on straight. Is he going to defend it though? Lambo getting very, very close to him, very pacey. Going down the inside of Plaster, and it's a move done there on Plaster. So Lambo's up into P6. Although Plaster's now keeping in his toe, although Plaster will get the DRS on the next one. Oh, Lambo there goes a little bit wide, not as much as he wanted over those curves. Setting the car on balance. Plaster with DRS, not gaining much on Plaster though, Lambo though, so Plaster's just settling in now into P7. Still good points in there for the Ferrari driver, the sole remaining Ferrari driver, getting 6 points if he keeps in and not crashes out. CG just dropped back a bit on Spike. Although Spike with a fresher set of tire life to him, 5 laps younger, so he'll be definitely eking out a gap here between CG and Got and everyone else behind. Got in P3, 3.1 seconds behind CG there. I think the squabble between them two may have just cost him a little bit in the tyre wear, but yeah, it's got a bit of a comfy gap to his teammate though, so Technique there riding in P4, getting the points again then for the racing point for Singes. Ollie P now starting to close in on the back of Technique, 6 lap younger, softer tyres. I'm pretty sure he'll catch up to Technique with ease. Now is a case of when he gets up to it, it's a case of overtaking. Only a very few spots you can overtake around on Baku. DRS straight 1 before turn 2, DRS straight and down into turn 3. Can overtaking in this little twisty section of sector 1 and just before the castle section, but I think after the whilst in the castle section area, be a no-go on the overtake. Ooh, do apologise there, I accidentally hit the PS button there, my apologies. So Ollie P then, gaining a little bit on Technique here. Gap's only 1.5 seconds. Probably the closest around on track at the moment as it stands. And definitely has a little bit more quicker lap time in him than Technique, but again, see what happens when he gets closer to him. Oh, Ollie P gone a little bit wide and hits the wall. Ollie P is the next victim, unfortunately, hitting the wall there. That will promote Lambo and plaster off a place. Oh, that is very unfortunate there for Ollie P. He was looking so well to gain on Technique there. Only a couple more laps and he would have had him. And puts in the wall. It was known to happen. Only down to 6 runners with 10 laps to go. And everyone has now started to spread out a little bit, which makes it my job a little bit harder because I want a little bit more action. But nobody's not close enough. Can everyone just like create a safety car, please? Can a safety car just come out, just bunch it up for the next what? 10 laps, please? Oh, Cody, you have to listen to me. Oh well. Still, we'll carry on anyway. Race leader then, Spike. Starting on a set of super softs. Leading way by 2.8 seconds over CG. And with 5 laps fresher tyres to CG and got 4 to Technique. He can just control his pace and just preserve his tyres. So he's doing a good job there for McLaren. CG's just hanging in there for P2 at the moment. 2.9 seconds behind Spike, but with 3.8 seconds ahead of Got. Both CG and Got the same tyre life, 11 laps apiece. Technique being the other one in double digits with tyre life on 10 laps. Lambo then, hanging around second to last at the moment, but recovery drive just hanging in there just to get for the points, hoping that anyone else in front crashes out. Plaster, good sort of drive here from the Ferrari driver. Might not always be the quickest, but when anything like this happens, he's generally right up there. Generally right up there getting the points. especially huge amounts as well at times as well. So just gotta keep it on track there, and Ferrari will definitely be rewarding him. So good solid drive there for Plaster. So your top 6 then: Spike, CG, Got, Technique Gaming, Lambo and Plaster. 6 races. Now the question is, who's the next to hit the wall? Or to lose their focus? Especially around Baku being a street circuit, you're normally generally on edge to keep yourself focused, but bits of lapse of concentration, then you expect to be in the wall and possibly out the race. Spike and CG there, literally a little bit back end up here on turn 2 is a piece of them. Although CG's starting to close in the gap a little. So I don't know if Spike's just teasing or just saving his tyres to when he needs it to for optimal grip levels and for fuel. Got is definitely falling away here. 4 seconds behind CG, so not ideal for him. Technique Gaming having a very quiet race there. His teammates 13 seconds up the road. Lambo slowly catching up with 6.2 seconds behind. So everyone's effectively just created a gap and just nursing the car home. To be honest, they're not blaming him. He literally just eking it out so he can get the car home. Though no one's not really going for fastest lap time. Lambo's already pretty much sealed that. Unless Spike gets a little bit bored in front and goes, you know what, I'll take that fastest lap time. See what happens. So we're 7 laps to go then. The dramas we had so far: Ollie P recently retired, gone into the last corner into the wall, pushed his limits too far and paid the price. It was catching up to Technique Gaming, but wasn't meant to be. C3 lost it out on the exit turn 1 and went into the pool on the went into the wall on the side of pit exit. Poe lost it in the same spot, just a little bit out the road from Ollie P, whilst leading the race, which was very unfortunate for him. George Roberts hit into the wall, unfortunately for him. He was doing well and then lost the control of the car and went in the wall. And then lap 1 retirements of Fredo, Bilton and Matt, both again getting the wall, collecting up with each other. Maximus Maze as well, getting caught up as well in the lap 1 incident. So I'm pretty sure the lap 1 incident will be highly up there in the stewards to be investigated more than likely after this race. So all the dramas to be played for, see what will happen. Spike still having a commanding lead, not much of a commanding lead, but enough buffer in there with him. CG is just 3.2 seconds away, so we will see what will happen. Now we're just gonna literally get up the stream on YouTube and just see what's going on in the comments. So let's have a look, see what's going on in the comments. Lewis Marshall saying, hey there, Mr. Netcode, yeah, don't know what to say you can say on that one. Cheering on for Team C3. Me saying as that's never happened. Oh, I know exactly what you mean there, mate. Lewis Marshall, I'll give you that one, Lewis Marshall. You predicted pole for pole. Yes, you did. Congratulations to you on that one. Damien B, saying that the race is missing something. Yes, I know. It's definitely, you're not in the race, unfortunately, mate. So yeah, Lewis Marshall, you got that for pole. Although at the moment, though, Lewis Marshall, if you're watching, saying CG to win, he's got 5.4 seconds. So with only a few laps to go, and obviously Lambo is starting to get close to technique, so I had to keep an eye on that whilst clicking through stream. LM48, Ericsson hit Lambo. Oh yeah, right, no Roman Grosjean in that one, I can give you that one. C3 is off to get drunk. Okay, C3. Have fun getting drunk. Don't come back racing whilst drunk. Damien was supposed to race there, Lewis, but fortunately didn't make it in time, and that's why he's not out on the track, unfortunately. So, thank you very much, you guys who's out there commenting so far, reading all through it. You do make me chuckle. Still, if you got any questions you'd like to ask the guys if they want to remain in the lobby for interviews and stuff, get them in ASAP. Deadline to put the comments in will be once the flag drops. Also, driver of the day, vote for that as well. And also, if you still got your predictions of who to win for the race, or top 3 for the race results, you not got long left. Yes, C3, there will be interviews afterwards, so I probably will delay it by like a minute or two just to let everyone calm down who's in the race and get their words and everything through, so don't you worry about that. Yeah, replies on that one, Lewis, he said he was ready to race but didn't get an invite. He did get invited in, he was in the lobby. Because I did saw him in the lobby, I did not know what happened after that. I don't know if he got kicked or left, I'm not sure, so I can't fully answer that question why. So, which is unfortunate for them, he would have got points in here today as well. Knowing that he did get points in TTL around here, as Damien is my teammate for TTL, and he did get well on there, was otherwise for me, end up me going in the wall. But anyway, moving on. So 3 to 4 laps there left remaining. Yes, I do figure that. Lewis, don't you worry. Anyway, so Lambo there, approaching finally with a couple laps to go to the back of Technique Gaming. So Lambo took a little while get up to Technique here, but see what Lambo can do. Can it be P4 for him within the next couple of laps? Keeping up with this pace, you might be able to get P4 out of here. Lambo taking a wider entry line into there, turn 1, so benefited him a little bit more. He's now got the gap underneath a second. Now Lambo's just got to keep his cool. He hasn't got not enough laps left to get into P4, so he's got to make every single move he does count. And technique there, getting a little bit back in there. Sign of tyres are dropping off. Lambo with 4 laps fresher tyres. Hopefully makes a move on him, and he has definitely closed up the gap very quickly, especially into the castle section. Now where's Lambo going to make his move? Is he going to wait for the straight, or is he going to get done around this little section here? Technique now just getting a bit of immense pressure here for Lambo. Lambo's thinking of seizing up a move somewhere. Is he going to dive it down the inside here? No, Big thinks better of it. Lambo there getting a more better exit than Technique. Technique's tyres are starting to cry a little. There, Lambo now getting DRS. Is Technique now going to try and defend here? Technique keeping to the left, moving to the right. Don't want to make too many more moves. Lambo now going down the inside with DRS. Lambo getting the move down to 10-1. Yes, he does. Is Technique going to come back onto him? No, that'll be Lambo up now into P4 there for the Renault driver. Good recovery so far for him. Now he's just got to eke away. You caught one more ball for the other race. Okay, Braga, you carry on. I don't think there'll be any more bottles going on around the end of the race there, so I'm pretty sure everyone now realises it's coming near the end of the race and they just think, oh, just get the car home. Spike there, still having a little bit of a gap there on CG now, pulling away to 4.3 seconds. Pretty much got this in the bag, just as long as he controls it. It's got one more lap to go, so just keep it all on the track to everyone racing at the moment. You're all doing an amazing job. Technique now pretty much falling behind Lambo. Lambo's definitely pulling away before that's fresh tyres. Spike now setting off the final lap here. Oh, that sounded like a wing. Oh, and it's Lambo. Lambo's hit the wall. Lambo's hit the wall in sector 3 again. In the same spot, but luckily not to be DNF'd. Now all that hard work, Lambo, all that hard work you've done, is now just literally undone itself. But luckily not to be DNF'd, and he's going to go around with no front wing. Just be careful, Lambo. So Lambo will now finish up in P5 there. That'd be very unfortunate. Might get a chance for Plasto to catch up if Lambo's struggling around for the track. So, Spike then started from P8, little bit of a hairy start, getting through the field, kept his cool, kept his car out of trouble, picked a good strategy, staying on a set of supers to do the one stop. Amazing performance there from the McLaren driver, going through the last couple of corners now. Definitely now home and dry. Definitely cannot afford to make no mistakes. Straight, no sharp corners along this part of the straight now. Spike then coming over the line, and it's P1 for the season 1 world champion. Great drive there from the Spike there. CG there coming back into P2 to finish in top 3. Well done to him. Got there in P3. Great amount of points there for Force India, both finishing in the top 4, so great for him. Technique Gaming, quite a race for him, but Tech Same P4, it's a good job for him so far. Lambo just literally surviving his car through the last couple of corners with no front wing. Knowing that it's probably more likely to be on stream. And just weaving along, he's going to come home in P5 there. and takes 10 points. So Lambo's on the line now, just waiting on Plaster here. Again, great solid drive here for the Ferrari driver. Always knows if there's accidents and stuff ahead, especially on street circuits. He normally pulls through here. Crucial 8 points there for Ferrari. All can help make a difference in the season. And there goes Plaster over the line there for P6. But your race winner today is Spike. So there is your top three. If you got your predictions right for top three there, congratulations. Got P3, CG P2, and Spike there, standing on the top for P1. Wow, what a survival race that was for most people. Half the field being mainly retired. So then, the official results in. So Spike then P1, CG P2, got P3, Technique P4, Lambo P5, and Plaster in P6. All them top 6 will get their points. Ollie P, C3, Poe, George Roberts will not, as they are retired. Fredo, Matt, Maximus, and Maze crashed out and retired on lap 1. So, driver of the day, who can I give the driver of the day to? I am literally stuck in 2 minds for Spike and Plaster. So I'm going to actually reward this Plaster there. Plaster's going to be my driver of the day there. For the Ferrari driver. Great to see him up there and getting the points. Not always up there, but when he does, he makes a good performance, so well done to him. So yeah, so that is your top 6 and officials of the unofficials results. So we'll get the interviews. We're going to give it at least a couple of minutes at least, just to let the drivers all calm down all from that race itself. So, for my word, what a race though. What a race. Hope you all guys and you'll enjoy that. Just give me 2 seconds while I just sort out bits and pieces. Right, now I'm back. Just gonna have a look, see what you guys commented. Oh, there we go. Yes, you did cover it. Yes, I wouldn't recommend it the last 3 though. So let's get the interviews all. If I can get in, just bear with me while I get in the party. So let's see if I can get in. Right, now with the invites being sent out, just gotta wait for the people's response. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we get anyone coming in. Give it at least a couple of minutes as the drivers are still Currently recovering. Hopefully I do get some of our interviews, and aha! We got someone in for the interview. My first victim, C3. How are you?
Um, yeah, not too good.
So what happened there? Because you were doing really well at one point. You were like running in the top four, and then you lost your car in exit turn one. What happened there?
Yeah, well, yeah, obviously driving no traction now. Seeing that that Spike was the only one ahead of me, I got a little overconfident. Pushed it a little too hard on the exit of turn one on the curb. So yeah, no, that's going to happen then.
Yeah, it's the curbs. You gotta be careful of the curbs. They're still lethal. Tell me what happened around.
Yeah.
Tell me what happened in the lap one then, because you literally got away decently well, and obviously the fiasco. What happened through there? Tell us through it.
Lap one.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't do much on lap one. I mean, I got a good start, but there wasn't any gap for me, like starting on the outside and having a car ahead of me and the car on the inside. If I had the inside line, I could have probably jumped the car ahead of me because my start was pretty good. But yeah, I just backed off then and basically backed off the whole rest of the whole lap because like I knew all of the other drivers ahead of me were going to try to fight for positions and didn't want to get screwed that early.
I know exactly how you feel on that one, especially in through turn one. But then somehow the Toro Rosso's double stacked. What happened there? Was it like damage your wing or something, or?
No, I didn't damage my front wing, but I was thinking free pit stop.
Oh yes, it was George again. Your
I didn't know that George had the pit too, but like to be honest, if I knew he was pitting, I would have still pitted.
Getting the free choice of tires no matter what with the field bunch up.
I mean, like, I know I've driven this track a few times lately, and I've seen what kind of strategies people do and what's succeeding. And like, when we got that safety car, from what I've seen in other races, going on to the supers that early and doing 2 stints of supers is one of the best things you can do then.
So with that strategy, you were thinking about to go as long as possible until the last pit stop if you kept going.
I would have probably gone a few laps longer than the guys who started on supers, and then have fresh supers to the end and fresh air to try to make quick progress of basically the people remaining, because you know that Azerbaijan there will always be victims. You just hope it's not you.
Yeah, I know exactly how you feel. Well, I've got a message from someone on the stream chat here telling to call you something, but I ain't gonna say it because it's unfair.
Thank you, Steph.
No, I'm not gonna repeat that comment on the stream. That is unfair.
Don't listen to that guy.
Don't worry. So with
he's just trying to pick on me.
Yeah, I figured. I'm not gonna name or shame nobody on the stream. Very rude and disrespectful. So with Baku over done with, obviously unfortunately retired. Next race we're going to is Spain.
Oh yeah. Should be a good track.
Aiming to get
like
good.
The track. And I mean, like, it shouldn't be that good of a track like Baku is for me, but like getting P5, I think, in the quali.
Yeah, you did get up in P5 in the quali.
I didn't do the best castle. I lost a few tenths there. I think I might have gotten P4 if I didn't do that. So like, if I can keep the pace good at Spain, I will hope to get a top 5 finish.
You're thinking for a top 5 finish? Well, fingers crossed. We'll see what will happen for you in Spain. Hopefully you get a good race out of that. I'm sure everyone will be happy for getting good, decent results, especially after today.
Yeah.
So, keep your chin up, bud. You'll be fine.
We'll see. We'll see.
Fortunate for the race, mate, but keep your eyes on Spain, man. You'll be okay.
Yeah, I hope so.
Good man. Well, thank you very much for joining us, Z3. Fingers crossed for you for Spain, man.
Thank you.
And no worries, we'll see you in Spain.
Of course.
Take care, buddy.
You too.
So, next person to talk to is your race winner, Spike. Spike, congratulations out there on that win. How was your race today?
Thank you, mate. Yeah, it was a good race.
Good man.
Obviously, a lot of people didn't make it.
Yes. About 8 retirements.
8 retirements, yeah.
And also you had a safety car as well. Whilst going before the safety car came out, bit close down into turn 3. What happened around there? Because you got 3 wide almost and got squeezed.
Yeah, it was with Technique and Fred. Is it Fred?
Fredo.
French guy, yeah. Well, he jumped the start, which nearly made me jump the start, but I managed to not jump it.
Yeah.
And I was following. I wasn't, no intention of making any moves because they were too wide already. And they must have braked at the 200-meter board or something, or maybe even before that, because they braked so early. I was not expecting it, and I was braking as hard as I could, and I was trying to avoid it. And I was like, "There's a gap in the middle. Don't really want to go there, but not that much of a choice." And then they kind of started to meet in the middle, and it was a little bit dicey.
It was a bit close to front wings there, I can tell you that for sure.
Yeah, it hit my front tyre instead of the wing, which was lucky.
Very close call. And then also after the safety car came out, obviously opted to stay out on the set of supers as you qualified on. You did have great pace though on the restart.
Yeah, I mean it was too early to pit. Even well, I mean if I was on the ultras, I might have pitted. But then you're going to be struggling to make the softs last till the end of the race, basically. So, but yeah, it was way too early for me. I was on the supers, and then inevitably those hypers just give up. Sorry, ultras, aren't they? Sorry, ultras.
Yeah, ultras around.
Yeah, they basically give up the ghost after about 3 to 4, maybe 5 laps, and then you're struggling in the last sector to go through that fastest section. But the supers are great. They lasted till lap. What lap did I pit? 12, something like that. And then softs at the end were great.
And you timed your pit stop to perfection there, just getting out ahead of C3 the Gort.
CG, yeah.
Well, yeah, C3.
To be honest,
CG,
I didn't actually know where I was going to come out. I expected to be behind Siege because they'd been on fresh softs for 4 laps. So I assumed their pace would have been better than mine. Because the super softs were great until 12. Then on lap 12 they did start to lose pace, drop off. Yeah. So I pitted. That was the lap that Jeff was telling me anyway. And I was surprised. I saw I was going to be close, and I was like, okay, right behind, that's good. Fresher tyres, I have a chance. And then I got out the pit lane and realised he was still behind me. So, and then I had to obviously defend it a little bit for a couple of laps while the tyres got up to temperature, and obviously down the straights with the DRS and the slipstream, I was obviously wary of Siege getting past.
For now, you hanged out there though, holding Earth, and with everyone else making retirements and coming on to finish in P1. Congratulations for you.
Thank you, mate. Yeah, Poe lost it, didn't he, in the last chicane. I was closing him, and I thought to myself, that's a lap long on the ultras, and he's going to be struggling to get through that last sector. I didn't think he was going to crash. I just thought he would lose a lot of time.
Ollie P also lost that as well, whilst chasing their technique as well.
Yeah, unfortunately for Ollie, he was doing the same thing as me, and he looked good for P4 or P5, but unfortunately he collapsed the wall. Yeah, and then this siege, once I'd managed to break the DRS because it took a few laps. It's ridiculous, very powerful, obviously down that straight.
Oh yes.
As soon as I got out of DRS, then I was able to I wasn't pushing too hard. I was just sort of keeping a steady pace, and then the gap sort of slowly increased from there.
Just increase.
And, I had I think it was lap 23. I had something appear in my peripheral vision outside, and it was a hedgehog.
Oh,
and it put me
lovely.
off.
Oh no.
And that was in the castle section, and yeah, I ran a little wide, shall we say?
Oh dear, that was lucky.
But yeah, I didn't get close to the wall. I just sort of ran wide on some marbles and just slowed down a bit more. But yeah, that was probably the most difficult part.
Getting interrupted by a hedgehog. That's a classic one. It's like. So, with your race winner Baku, then next attentions will turn to Spain.
Yep.
Is it going to be the same result, P1 again?
No idea. Spain, I'm okay at it. Not great. So, I mean, there are plenty of quick drivers in this league, so we'll see what happens.
So with like,
I'll be going for the win, but whether or not I'll get anywhere near it is another question.
So what would be like your realistic ideal? What you aiming for, top 5 or?
I'll be going for the win, obviously. That's why I race to win. But like I said, there's tough competition, especially if everyone makes it next week. There is a question mark whether I'll actually make it myself, but hopefully I'll be able to.
Well, fingers crossed for you, bud. We'll see you in Spain. But again,
thank you very much, mate.
Congratulations on the win there, bud. And we'll see you in Spain.
Cheers. Will do. Take care.
Take care, buddy.
Bye.
Right then, so I don't think I have anyone else coming in for interviews. So with the time we got here, I'm going to pretty much end the stream there. So Spike there being your race winner today at Baku, along with CG and the GOT in second and P3. We had 8 retirements today, and also featured the first time the safety car. So it was great to see the safety car out on track and doing its job. Next race will be live at Spain, again, same time as always, 8 PM on a Friday night. I hope you can join us there as well. So much if you can, it would be amazing. We also have the TTL F2 on a Sunday. Hope you can join us on that as well. Unfortunately, I don't do the commentary for Sunday, but I'm sure there'll be someone there to do the commentary. And we'll keep you updated, and also keep you updated on the point scorings from there as well. And I believe, if I remember correctly, the track is going for TTL F2 be running in conjunction with TTL, so it might be Canada and France for TTL F2, and Tuesday will be live in Austria, and Thursday will be live in Great Britain for TTL, so I hope you can also join us on there. But for now, we're going to be ending the stream there. Thank you so much for watching us tonight. I've been with Steph, and I'll be back with you again next Friday. So till then, enjoy all the action across all the other leagues we do, and we will see you soon. Take care now, bye bye.